Hey, oh,
You're ruining it.
I thought.
You thought wrong. Let's do this.
Alright. Well, that was a crazy move. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the 745 Sky team.
Nope, and you messed it up. Hey guys, welcome back to the 745 Mental Health Podcast. Guy, I'm Lucille, and how you feeling, Zach?
I'm feeling super chill right now.
He's zen. Are you? Would you say you're a chill guy?
I'm definitely a chill guy.
Today we're talking about something you don't have much of. I'm just kidding.
What?
Zach has a lot of this. We're talking about good manners today. Politeness.
I thought you were going to say aura,
No.
but I was like, that's just completely wrong. I have so much aura. Like, what are you actually talking about? Okay, what is this reaction?
So we're tiny bit delirious,
Just a tad.
but we're going to get started on this Good Manners podcast.
Yeah.
And we hope you guys enjoy. We've never done a podcast, like, minorly on this subject before.
No, this is like breaking into brand new waters. How we got here is like, I think I brought this up, yeah?
Yeah.
And so...
It's never me. It's never me.
No, it's never me.
No, that
it's
doesn't
never
make
Katie. The thing about manners is there's like a big debacle, especially for what age range you are ranging from. So like, if you are a kid, you're typically told to have good manners, right? And sometimes it fruitions and sometimes it doesn't, right? But as a teenager, you know, like you're mainly like eating with your friends at school and whatnot. Sometimes it can really change. And then even after that, like when you get into the professional world, you're like, okay, I got to lock in. So, but like, then like, what are your manners, right? And so what sticks, what stays, like, what do you think
What's
is
the
stupid?
context?
What's the context? Like what, like, yeah.
Yeah. So today we're going to tell you what's valid versus what's stupid.
Or we're going to say what we think.
Yeah,
We're not going to tell you what to do.
Yeah, because true, like, cotillion, like, super manners, like, I watched this video, there's hella rules. Like, there's so many rules that have, like, deep meanings behind them, but I'm going to go through some that I think are insane and some that are very valid, and we're going to all do it. But first question, do you think you have good manners?
I do think I have good manners. I have a lot of grandparents, technically I have 8 blood related and like probably like a couple non-blood related. 2 great grandmas and 6 grandparents, and I'm also just like, you know, with grander people more often, so you know my manners gotta be on point, you know, and so yeah, I do think I have good manners. Maybe like, okay, if I was like judged by a professional cotillion person, maybe I wouldn't get like the highest score, you know, but like I feel like I present myself in a way where I'm like trying to be respectful, so I think that's what counts.
Okay, if we're saying having good manners, being respectful, I think I'll change my answer, and I think I have somewhat good manners. But I think for the superficial, stereotypical sense of polite good manners, I think the kryptonite to that is being a klutz, and though it was Zach who spilled the water in the past pod, it's me who's the klutz. I spill a lot of things, I get a lot of things in my face when I eat, I slip on things, I accidentally fall into people.
Have you ever slipped on a banana peel?
Yes. Have you?
On purpose, yeah. Just, I was trying to see if it was like true.
It's true, alright, trust. But yeah, so I'm a klutz, and so then things don't look super polite and dainty. Also, like, obviously one of the things that is like not good manners is to get food on your face, and I fear I do that too often. So yeah, I'm just extremely a klutz. One of the things, let's just get into it, that I think is a little bit dumb is, okay, I've set the table for my family every dinner. I don't think that the side in which you set the fork and spoon, whatever, matters.
I actually have a comment on that.
I just think they all have to be the same side if you do it on one side.
Oh, you think they should all be on the same side?
No, well, like, I just think that if one person is on the right, everyone should be on the right. Or if it's one, so I get that for the looks, but I don't think there's a certain side, because what if I know the majority of people sitting with me are left-handed? Then obviously, as a normal person...
Isn't just the fork always goes on the left?
I thought it was always on the right.
No, the fork goes on the left. That's why I was so. I've always been confused. Like, if everyone's right-handed, why would you put the fork on the left?
I thought it was always on the right.
No,
I haven't put it on the right.
Will you double check that? I'm like, actually, I'm okay. I'm like 99% positive. I'll change it to 95% positive. Are you in? I don't think it's like Google. Does it Google from there?
Yes, of course.
Maybe the Wi-Fi is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
Sorry. Excuse me.
Here, okay. So, anyways, I'll just keep talking about Katie's looking this up. Yeah. So, I mean, it works out for me.
In the United States, it's on the left.
Yeah. So the fork goes on the left, but typically people are right-handed, so that's kind of weird and interesting. But I kind of like it, for me at least. If I were to make an adjustment, I would put the spoon also on the left side.
They're separated?
Yeah, the fork and the spoon are separated.
Okay, so that's how you can tell I'm just not there yet. Then.
Yeah. No. My dad, when he was like, in, like I think right before college or in college, he was a waiter, so he kind of like
knows.
Yeah. And so yeah, he actually used to get really angry at me when I was like little, because when I would like use my knife to scoop stuff onto my fork or my spoon, I would most times accidentally like put the blade facing up instead of facing down. And it's not even on purpose thing. It was just like probably the way I grabbed it, just it started facing up, and so he'd get really mad at me for that for some reason. So now I always do it facing down. But yeah, I think I would just put the fork and the spoon on the same side, and just personally I keep it on the left. But generally, I feel like it'd be easier if it was on the right.
Okay. I don't have a big list of things that I think are invalid. Actually, I spent a lot of time trying to think, and a lot of them actually have a point. So I'm going to give you all the valid ones. Hopefully Zach has some invalid ones. Potentially?
I will see.
Okay, well, let me start you off with some very valid ones. Number one valid one, elbows on the table. Don't do it. We have some lefties here.
Yeah.
Who you will bump into.
Yes, you will. Trust.
So don't do that. Also, you just look a little funny when you're having chicken wings.
I think the thing with elbows on the
boom.
It looks very aggressive.
It looks very weird. I noticed it. It was just very interesting. Also, you're bound to get food on you. As a person who gets food on them constantly, that is how you get food on yourself.
I think
with elbows out.
Elbows on the table is fun once the meal's finished, right? Or before the food is present. Like if you're at a restaurant and you're just like hitting like one of these.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It is when you're eating and you're hitting like one of these.
Yeah, that's
no a little. Also, you look a little corny.
A little bit.
Yeah, no hate.
No hate.
Next one. Being good with the please, thank you, excuse me, sorry. We always say don't overuse sorry, but like for the excuse me, sorry, that makes sense to me. Get good at those. I think I'm pretty good at that, of saying, and also just like, this is not, I don't know if this is manners, but when you're walking on the on the path you're walking, a sidewalk, and someone's walking towards you, you smile.
Yeah.
I think that's like appropriate.
I love I love smiling at people, especially when they smile back.
Yes.
Like when I'm just walking down the street and like, because it's kind of awkward when you just both make eye contact. So like sometimes you just like, or like not the way, but like I just go like that, and then like when they smile back, then my smile gets bigger, and it's a nice thing to do.
Yes. Also, this is like a hot take manners one, but I've really thought about it, and like I'm very thoughtful about this. When I'm walking down the sidewalk and there's another person walking down the sidewalk and their dog is also walking with them as they're on the leash, and their dog is walking towards me, and one of us has to move, I will move towards the person's side, the person who's walking, so therefore they have to move and not the dog. The dog should have to walk his or her or their free way and unbothered and not have to move for me. I will move for the dog.
I'll move for the dog, but not in the person's way. I'll just let the dog go like around me.
No, okay, wait, hold this. If they're walking like this towards me and I'm here, the dog is the one with my gold ring on it, and the dog and I are aligned together and we're walking. One of us is to scooch, and I'm gonna scooch towards this so the dog can keep walking and the person goes behind. So that the dog is free to keep doing his own thing, and like that.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's fair.
I just think it's respectful for dogs.
Okay. I think it's fine.
Okay.
I don't think the dog really cares.
I'm just trying to be nice. It's fine.
Yeah.
Another thing. Eye contact while talking It's so important, especially over a meal. Being on your cell phone during a meal, we should make that socially unacceptable.
Absolutely
That's
not,
embarrassing.
right.
You're
That's
embarrassing.
I like, one of my biggest, like, I'm not gonna say, or I guess it's like I guess it's an insecurity or whatever, but like my biggest worries is that I'm talking and those people like aren't listening, or they're not following what I'm talking, and they're just like and just like when someone's on their phone and I'm trying to talk to them, I don't even get like worry about it anymore. I just like fully give up and get angry at them.
Yeah.
Like, just like, oh my god.
Yeah. Text.
PMO.
Major TSPMO.
Yeah.
I cannot stand it when people don't make eye contact with me while we're talking. If I'm speaking to you and you're looking everywhere but my face, I think it's kind of rude.
I think for me, okay, like sometimes I don't look directly at them. Like I'll glance at them. Sometimes I think off to the side, and then when I talk, I look at them, and like I'll glance back and forth. But I think it's just because like I think it makes me more fun to talk to, as opposed if I was just like, hey guys, welcome back to the 745 YouTube channel. I'm here to talk to you guys today about teen mental health. What do you think about that, Katie?
Look at me. I think that's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just like my thoughts on very valid ones. This one I'm a little bit iffy on, but I can understand. I don't love the napkin on lap.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, I like it, but I have a different... I was just thinking that.
Oh my god.
That's actually insane.
Okay.
I have a different like idea for it.
Okay.
I think... Here, I'll take this.
Okay.
Actually, do you want to finish your idea first?
Well,
and then...
oh yeah. Well, my issue was that it's a little inconvenient when it's on... Like, I want to wipe, but I don't like it when it's... I just like when it's like on the side and I can just... And I get it looks a little awkward, especially when it's a cloth napkin. It's like a huge napkin and it has like weird stains on it and it's just like icky. So I understand. But in my opinion, there's got to be a more convenient way we do this.
Okay, ready for my take?
Yeah.
I think we should get 2 napkins
Okay.
instead of just one, because I want one for my lap so my clothes don't get stained or dirty,
That's
right?
why I understand.
And I can maybe possibly catch the food I spill. But at the same time, you're wiping your face and then putting it on your pants, right? So unless you're designating sides or something,
That's just interesting.
it doesn't really work out, yeah?
Yeah.
And so I think like maybe like we should have maybe just like not like maybe like off to the side is where you keep your second napkin, but also yeah, oftentimes the napkin on my lap likes to run away from
I
me.
would even prefer 2 smaller napkins than one big napkin to cover my whole lap.
Yes.
So that one can be for the mouth and one can be for the lap / hand situation.
That's a great take.
Yeah, wow. Anyways, yeah. Do you have any other invalid valids? That's my list.
Anything? Oh my goodness. Okay. I just have an issue with... I mean, this is just, like, valid, whatever. Close your damn mouth when you eat. Don't... And if you're gonna talk, cover your mouth. Okay, so I talk when I have food in my mouth, but I hit one of these so hard. Every time. Because the Lord knows I hate the sound of people chewing so much. It drives me insane. It grosses me out. I want to gag, throw up, leave the building, run away forever, and just do us all a favor, close your mouth, because it looks disgusting what's in there, and like you seem like a 5-year-old, and then unless you are a 5-year-old, like what are you doing, dude? Like, I mean, I get it, like every once in a while, like maybe like you're like 80% done chewing and you just gotta get this thought out or whatever.
No, but you don't, because you can just wait a second.
Because then oftentimes it spits everywhere too, and you're just like...
you can totally wait a second and then say your thought. You can wait.
Yeah.
Patience is key.
Patience is key. I think that's the other thing too, is like there's also an etiquette with telling people to having etiquette, because you can't just be like, that was rude.
That's wrong.
That's nasty. That's gross.
Yeah.
There's like a politeness to it, and you gotta be like, you gotta be like, would you mind closing your mouth when you chew? I just have
Yeah, there's
issue
a
with.
time and a place for this type of stuff.
Yeah, that too.
You don't. Well, also, like, I wouldn't even do it like right after they do it. I'd be like, oh yeah, like by the way, like.
Oh wait, the mic is not even plugged in.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
To your computer.
We look so.
It's
fine.
okay.
It's fine.
Let's keep it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't have anything else to add, TBH.
Yeah, I think we're all pretty good. Chilling.
Yeah,
like
keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on, guys. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.